Welcome back to Neo Racing, guys. Round 2, race 2 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway now. Here we go. PC2 on pole from Neil. Off we go. Good start by everyone there. As we head down towards the first corner, let's have a look, make sure everyone else gets through all right. I think we do, which is good. Heading down towards turn 2 now. TY on the grass on the inside. Jay Houston to the inside as well. Neo Stig and Neil Farmack battling out for second place. As everyone else folds through, TY going around the pit lane exit just to stay out of the way. Cyrex, the Texas race winner, a bit further back. As we look at Neo Stig now behind Neil, as we got Keith and Jay Houston and Jamo side by side when the camera catches up. Jamo ahead. Jay Houston ahead of Jamo. I will get the ball rolling at some point, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an off in the background. Flying flapper's gone round. We'll get a replay. There's a replay of the start on board with Blakeney. You see Houston is flying past on the left hand side, Jamo on the right. Well, there, TY is at stage left. You see there he goes. So as we come round turn 2, we'll go around nicely, and then you'll see that the Blakeney puts the throttle on a bit too hard. We go around here and throttle on too hard, and then he's heading for that wall, and then brakes, boom, straight into the wall. That's how Blakeney ended up with heading at the back. There's a replay on board with TY at the start of the race, so you'll see, get rid of the interface for a minute. You see that TY's on the controller and he just found it so hard to be precise. The controller, you can see the hand moving round like lightning, and just finding it really hard to keep the car on the track. He's not on the oval bit now, trying to rejoin the oval bit there, but they can't get the traction and decides to stay in the pit lane. Just to see Blakeney exit stage left there and into the wall. There's a replay on board with Flapper on the first lap, see what happened to him. So he goes into the corner, there's no one around us. He's going to get the power on too early and then try to catch it, but no. Bang into that little bit of wall that sticks out there, and luckily no one else coming through. Manages to get the car turned round and off we go. As we rejoin, PC2 in the lead by 1.7 seconds from Neil, Neo Stig, Keith, Jay Houston then Keith, because Jay Houston's got past Keith. Good pass on the inside. Keith goes into the wall as behind Cyrex, looking for a way around Jamo, and he's done it. Jamo gets demoted to 7th place, Cyrex up to 6th. Everyone in the draft now, down the back straight. Jay Houston in the draft of Neo. Neo Stig ahead into turn 3. Cyrex behind Keith, looking for a way through as well. Keith takes a wider line, but looks like it paid off for him. He's still ahead, even though he's running wider again. Cyrex on the inside line. He goes wide there on the exit in the draft. Everyone drafting each other. Neo Stig and Jay Houston together. Jay Houston's got round Neo Stig. So Jay Houston into 3rd place, Neo Stig down to 4th. Jamo a bit further back on the back of this group. Cyrex and Keith close together now. Keith goes on the grass, little error there. Cyrex goes past into 5th place. Unlucky for Keith there, just a little wobble, that's all it takes as Jay Houston pulls away. Bidster's in the lead. He's already approaching turn 3. He likes this track and I think it's showing. Neil in 2nd place, Jay Houston 3rd, Neo Stig 4th, Cyrex 5th. There he is in the purple number 82. Keith running a bit wide in 6th place, Jamo in 7th. Stevie not liking this track, down in 8th place. Flying Flapper even worse because he's in 9th place. Just a little incident at the start. TY's gone backwards as well, so TY's fallen off. Blakeney as well, he's 10th place. Round here somewhere, there he is. So unlucky there for Blakeney. So we go back to the little battle up front. So Cyrex runs a bit wide into the wall. Neo Stig will have a good run here if you can get through this corner without any incidents. Everyone drafting down the straight. Cyrex there, looking for a way through. Sorry, should I say Neo Stig looking for a way through. I will get my words right at some point, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise. We are all in a nice line there, just trying to shorten the lap as much as they can, keeping the draft of the other car in front. So 180 mile an hour to 200 mile an hour, these cars do make quite a big hole in the air, and the drafting does pay dividends. As Keith now, there he is, Keith trying to recover a bit from that start. All through nice and neatly. It's a lot more of a neater race than the Texas one was. We're already on lap 5 out of 18. As we go around. Whoa! Keith just touching the grass a bit there. He'll have lost momentum. Jamo will be closing up now behind him. As we look at Jay Usain under pressure from Cyrex behind. Cyrex still pressurising. He's got, it looks like he's taking much faster lines. Cyrex. He's got the ovals definitely dialed in. I don't know much about his past experience in racing, but it looks like oval racing was one of them, because he's very close behind Jay Usain now, almost in the bump draft, practically pushing him along. As he moves out, is he going to make a move into the first corner? Is he going to go for it early? Yes, he does. He goes inside. Jay Usain stays outside. But Jay Usain with the outside line, slightly faster than the inside line. You've got to be committed to the inside line to make it stick in the ovals. Jay Usain taking a very, very short inside line there, practically kicking up the dust as Cyrex moves out to try and pass. Let's keep an eye on this. Cyrex is alongside. He should get this done into 3. And he does. Jay Usain goes a bit wider, but then they're going to get a good run back in. But Cyrex is already clear. Cyrex goes through into 3rd place. As further back, here we go, watching Keith. There he is. On his own. In 6th place. Trying to keep Majamo in front. As we look a bit further back, here's Stevie. Where he's around here somewhere. There he is. There's Stevie. Really struggling with this car here. The lift off throttle there at the last corner. Just not got the confidence in the car, and Blakeney further back is rubbing walls. TY on the move from further back, having a horrible start. Let's keep an eye on this for now. Here we are, TY catching up. Oh, Neostig's gone further back as well. Neostig is, he's hit the wall. So Neostig spun round, and I don't know whether he's going to retire yet, but I'll keep you posted on that as the leaders come through. Blakeney is in 9th place. TY still closing him up, still closing him down, as Cyrex now beginning to pull away from Jay Usain ever so slightly. Blakeney has got damage to his car, but he looks like he's okay for the moment. Blakeney goes through turn 3. TY taking an extra wide line, but that seems to work for TY, I think. So Neostig, I don't know where he is. The camera's not really getting him. I think he's retired. Neostig is retired from the race, so unlucky there for Neostig, retiring from the race, and that was due to a faulty connection, so he disconnected, unfortunately. So Neostig, unfortunately, no longer with us in this race. But as we continue, Cyrex, 3rd place, pulling away from Jay Usain after Neil. Bidster still keeping a decent 2.5 to 3 second lead. There it is, there's the gap. There's Bidster, there's Neil, there's Cyrex in the distance, there he is, and Jay Usain. Jamo in 5th. There he is, Keith coming through here in 6th place, there he is. Flapper in 7th, Stevie in 8th still. Stevie still 8th place, just still trudging round. There's Blakeney and TY still battling it out back here. Both running quite wide, just making little errors here and there. Not finding this oval to their liking. I think TY's gone round there. I think, yeah, he must have, because the camera's cut away from him. So the TY must have, oh yeah, TY there, who's joining in the background, you can just see there. There he is. Eventually the camera wakes up and gets him. So TY rejoins. As we look back, here's, well, again, the camera's going funny, guys. I do apologise about this. It's the Project Cars cameras. Lap 9 of 18. Jay Usain goes through. On to lap 10. There he goes. So Jay Usain in 4th place, sorry, and Neil 1.7 behind Bidster now. He's closing that gap down ever so slightly. Bidster needs to be careful here, otherwise he's going to get caught by Neil. Let's have a look at Bidster through turn 3. Let's see how he does it. Takes it to the inside. Very careful on the throttle on the way power and just drifting the car out. Let's see how Neil does it when the camera wakes up again. There he goes. So Neil comes through turn 4 there. Just a nice smooth line, getting the power on and out to the other side of the corner. So 2 guys pushing hard, trying to catch one another. Everyone else a bit more spread out in this race now. Let's have a check on Stevie. Stevie's back in 8th place. Blakeney in 9th. He's closing up to Stevie now, actually. He's caught Stevie up. So Blakeney finally getting the car dialed in and able to go for it. Again, in this championship there is no fuel usage, there is default setups only, so it keeps the field closer, so you have to adapt to the car, not adapt the setup to you. So you've got to learn the car, but also tyre wear is on authentic, so tyre wear is on and showing. Well, oh, there's TY in the background, goes into the wall there. Unlucky for TY, Neostig still in the pits, so TY there. And Bidster's coming up to these boys as well, so we've got to watch out for this, because this could be a game changer if Bidster eventually catches this lot up. So that could really be a different outcome for the race, as we'll just look at Blakeney now, catching up to the back of Stevie. Bidster doing a good job for Team White in the lead. Blakeney wanted to do an even better job for Team White and get some more points in. Team White currently leading the team's standings as Blakeney tries to catch up to Stevie, gets a bit carried away with the turbulent air behind Stevie's car and runs wide, just needs to lift off a bit as he goes into the corner just to counteract the turbulent air, but here he goes. Looks like he's got a good rise. Oh no, got too close, he spins round, pirouetted, he's against the wall, people are going to be coming towards him now, got to be extra careful coming up here. Bidster goes through, sticks to the left, Neil's going to be coming through in a minute as well. There goes Neil as Blakeney lights up the back end just to try and get it spun round, but not yet. He's got to wait, he's still got to wait. We're still watching the camera here as Jay Houston goes through, and there's Jamo going through now. He decides to turn it around, but he's across the middle of the track now. Oh no, he recovers him, there we go, and now he's on his way. There's flying Flapper and Keith side by side, just miss him. Here we go, Flapper versus Keith into turn one. Flapper on the inside, Keith on the outside. Flapper gets the position. Keith has to fall back into 7th place now, so Team Black go back to 7th place. Neil still in 2nd, but the other car of Keith, there he is in 7th place. Lost that to Flying Flapper, but he's back in the draft. Don't count Keith out yet, it's only lap 13 of 18. I'm sure he'll try and mount a comeback if he can as they go down turn 3. Just looks like Flapper's just got that extra bit of pace as Keith goes off and takes a few boards with him, but recovers well. Just got the back end a bit more just stepped out a bit, so Keith loses time now. He's lost touch with Flapper now. He's going to have to rely on just a few clean laps as he comes up with Bidster behind him to lap him, I think. I think that's Bidster. Let's check. Is it? Bidster, oh no, Bidster's on the back straight. That's Blakeney catching Keith up. So Blakeney, lap down, is about to catch Keith. But this is going to be interesting because obviously Blakeney's a lap down and Keith's in 7th, so unlucky for Blakeney if he wants to try and get past Keith because he'll get blue flags again. I know on ovals you're not supposed to get blue flags, but we do run them in our championship. As we'll just have a look now at Jay Houston in 4th place on his own, and he's got Jamo behind though. He's on his own really because Jamo's not really in any way to draft up to him. He's not close enough. 2.1 to 2.3 seconds roughly the gap, so the gap still too far to draft as TY's off in the background again. TY really struggling with this car, just really finding it a handful as he sticks to the inside. The car drifting around, looks like his connection's a bit dodgy actually with the way that car's drifting around, but hopefully everything should be alright as Flapper comes through. There he goes, Flying Flapper, Team Blue goes through, and Juicin with Jamo behind him still. There's Juicin, and we see Jamo behind. Coming through turn 3 with the camera's still asleep, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise. There we go, Juicin followed by Jamo. Everyone else a bit more spread out in the field now. Bidster on lap 16 out of 18. Still with a decent gap over Neil Farmack. Let's have a look at Bidster. There he is, coming down the back straight. There's Neil coming down the same bit of back straight. 2 or 3 seconds in it. Still trying to match each other's pace. But at this current form, I think Bidster might be in for the win if he can keep it on track and keep it going. As Juicin still with Jamo behind him. Now Jamo's closer now, he's within slipstream range. Jamo's into slipstream now. Managed to close it up enough to get the slip as Jay Houston runs wide and just I think he just brushed the wall there. Jamo with his own mistake there, just a bit over eager on the power out the corner. So still in 4th place, Jamo still in 5th. Stevie and TY are close on track as well. Oh, was that in the wall? I think that was Blakeney behind Keith. Yeah, it is. Blakeney and Keith for Blakeney and Keith there. But Blakeney's a whole lap down on Keith. You see the little time at the top of the screen, just on the top left, top of the screen, and then it says Keith, and it says 46.2.1. That's the gap. So he's got a whole lap down on Keith now. So might as well just settle for 8th place, Blakeney. It'll still be a good haul of points. We go back to Jewson, followed by Jamo. There's Jamo. Green, number 24, coming through. Still trying to catch Jewson. Bidster's on his last lap now. Here comes Bidster, followed by Neil. There he is. Bidster's on his last lap of the race. Looks like he's going to take a lights to flag victory here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The second race of round 2 of our Variety Championship on Project Cars 2. You can find all the replays on Neo Racing, and you can find them all on my channel, The Bidster, as well. So as Bidster comes out of the last corner to cross the line, well done to Bidster, good win, little celebratory weave there, and Bidster crosses the line in first place. Neil second place, Cyrex third, Jay Hewson's just going to be fourth from Jamo in fifth. There we go. Flying Flapper's going to be sixth round here somewhere. There he goes. Flying Flapper sixth, Keith seventh, Blakeney eighth, TY ninth, Stevie 10th, and Neo Stig, unfortunately, a retirement. So there's your winner, Bidster, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.